The following is a local resident producer's program. The program content is the sole responsibility of the producer and does not necessarily reflect the views or policies of Oshkosh Media, the City of Oshkosh, or your video service provider.
Welcome to the 21-22 Ice Hawk preview show. Tonight we got a great show for you, and a number of the key players that make this whole team tick are with me here tonight. We have Coach John Thompson for a little recap on past year and a look forward to what we're going to expect from this year's team. We got members of the Booster Club, Lisa Jorgensen and Chris Cuddle, that download us on some fundraising events that, again, we need to produce a high-quality team out on the ice. And we're going to end up with some of the most important people, and those are our senior players. We have Ethan Hoodie, Will Verstegen, Marshall Cook, Michael Lamore, Alex Burris, and our newest player, Oliver Rylance. So without any further introduction, today I have Coach John Thompson with me. Welcome, Coach. You and I have been friends and allies for the past couple of years with a number of players that we've seen come up through the years.
Exactly.
And I think we have a great year to look forward to this year. We had some senior attrition, lost a couple key players, but I think the existing team and some of these younger players are gonna benefit on the ice tremendously. Again, I've known you for a number of years, but I think a lot of people probably need a reintroduction on where you came from, who you're all about, what you're all about, and some of your assistants out there.
Sure, exactly. Well, number one, thanks for having me. Pretty excited about kicking off season 3. This will be my third season coaching as head coach for the Oshkosh Ice Hawks. This year, again, we have our returning coaches, Coach Stephanie Kay and Coach Jacob Winter will be returning and helping us coach the team. So very excited about the players that we have this year. Again, as you said, we lost some seniors. We lost 6 seniors from last season. So, but we have 6 more to step up and hopefully take control of the team.
You got it. I totally agree with you. So the overall record last year, I believe we were right around the 500 mark or close to it.
Yes, we went 6-11. You know, it was just a weird season to begin with, with COVID. There were so many things that could have gone wrong that went wrong. So it was a very difficult season to get through and play hockey. I mean, to practice, to play a game, to transport the team to an off-site location. It was very, very difficult. The parents watching the games from a camera and not being able to attend in the rink. So it was very challenging. Yeah. But I have to say, thinking back on last year, all the adversity that the team went through, all of the players were fantastic through all of it. They didn't complain. They just wanted to play hockey. That's the only thing they really wanted to do, and they were willing to do whatever it took to get there.
I think some of the things too are some of those pregame rituals. Hockey players like to do the same thing day after day, game after game, and wearing the masks and kind of coming into the stadiums was kind of a new thing that everybody had to get through. Yeah. I thought the same thing as you. They did a great job battling through that.
It was different everywhere we went. Some, depending on where we were playing, everybody had their own kind of protocols that we had to follow. So it was different, and it was challenging to say the least. So I'm glad we're through it.
Right.
I'm hoping that things stay healthy in the community and elsewhere, and we can go about and have a normal season.
Couldn't agree with you more. Right now, I know we're on that downward trend. I hope we don't spike again, and we're going to cruise through the season.
Right.
Perfect. So back to kind of the gameplay on how we played and your setups and your lines and just the overall tactic of the game. Did you see anything last year that you would change as far as, obviously the lines are going to switch a little bit as far as maybe setting up some plays or dumping the puck more, or any game changers that you noticed last year that?
Well, over the season, hockey's never really over for the coaches. We kind of talk all season long, and there's things kind of going on in the background. So we kind of talk about things, and we do meet throughout the summer. But for the most part, 2 years ago I introduced. Well, I'll take that back. A year ago, I introduced a new defensive scheme. So we've been kind of playing around with that and trying to really ingrain it into the team for the last year. This year, we're going to go at it even harder. We're going to modify it a little bit, tweak it a little bit. So we've kind of got that going on. I won't speak too much about that at this point. And then on the offensive side of the puck, there are certain things that we want the players to do. We don't want to take away their creativity on the ice, but when that breaks down, we want them to play in a certain fashion, if you will.
Right.
So it's challenging for the incoming freshmen to learn a system, because probably a majority of them probably haven't really played that.
Mm-hmm.
But between Coach Winter, he'll be handling the offensive side of the puck, and Coach K will take the defensive side of the puck. I'm pretty excited about the whole thing. I think going into the second year, a lot of the players understand what we're looking for now, and we'll be able to grasp and apply and execute the format a little bit better.
Yeah, I think that's an awesome segue going into exactly what you just said, the talent pool. So I totally agree with the talent base that's in there now, and the JV kids that were borderline varsity moving up. That talent pool is talented. And then the new players, you guys, what have you seen coming up through, Warbirds into the younger ranks that are going to benefit the team? I think there's some talent coming up, and then these older kids teaching them the way of the Ice Hawks.
Exactly. Well, obviously, we really look towards our senior group to be leaders on the team. Mm-hmm. So I speak specifically to them, and we talk a lot about that, because whether they know it or not, there's a lot of eyes on them all the time, whether it's the younger players or the sophomores or even some of the juniors. Watch what the senior players do. And that still holds true for some of the junior players too, who are kind of moving into those leadership roles. You see that as the players develop from freshman to sophomore, and then by the time they hit junior and senior, the leadership roles start coming out a little bit more in the players. So I have high expectations for our seniors. I expect them to lead the team and to be leaders on the team, and to kind of help implement some of the characteristics that we're looking for across the whole team. So we've got 8 new freshmen coming in this year. So it's good numbers. From the youth hockey standpoint, I've really tried this year to become more involved personally, and our coaching staff, and trying to get the players involved with youth hockey program. So I don't think it's really happened a lot in the past, but right now we're running some skill sessions where we have the youth hockey players out there. I'm out there, the coaching staff's out there, because I feel it's important that they know who we are and we start to know who they are. Yeah. So there's a nice transition, and we have some of the high school players out there as well. So those kids are looking to the high school players as well. So just trying to build that relationship. Yeah. So everybody knows who everyone is.
And I think that's a great tactic too. I mean, obviously when you come up from Warbirds into the Ice Hawks, we lose some of these guys up to the northern teams. That it's great that they introduce the Ice Hawks, wrap them around your finger, and then maybe we can keep them on board down here versus transferring.
And that would be the goal. Yeah, absolutely.
Great thing with the new players coming in. I think the numbers are pretty good coming in. Although during the off season we got a number of kids that are multi-sport athletes, and we took a little bit of hit here. We lost Kurtz Keppen. Those guys got 2 pretty big injuries. Kurtz with an ACL, Keppen with a dislocated ankle, and I think a couple other things attached to that, as well as Tunin got a little banged up. I don't know where he got banged up, but his shoulder think his shoulders?
Knee.
Knee has got to go through a little bit of rehab here to get him back in shape. He took a hit last season.
Yes, he did.
He did. And had some surgery and off-season repairs to that, and hopefully he gets back soon. Any feedback on that? Do you think it's ahead? Pray that he come back soon.
I liked last year how they did football because, they kind of split the season.
Yeah.
So we had all our players were healthy when they came into the season.
Yeah.
And, it hurts. I'm just hoping right now that we don't lose any more players as they wrap up the football season and the players come into the hockey season healthy. So it's unfortunate that we lost some players. We really can't afford to lose players because we don't have really large numbers.
Right,
so
right.
Our bench isn't really deep. So it does have an impact when we have injured players. So I'm just hoping that everybody can stay healthy.
Right. Get through the rehab, you guys, and get back out here, get those knees strong,
right.
and hopefully we see them this year. Those are two pretty big injuries. I know that they're going to be laid up for a while, but we can hope for the best, and hopefully we see them on the ice.
Yes, exactly.
On to happier things. Tournaments. I know we're playing in the Madison tournament. Is there any other ones that are?
Well, this summer in June we went to Madison, and we played in a tournament down there. And we did pretty well. I was pretty happy with the outcome. Not all our players made it. Some could make a game. Some could make 2 games. Some played all 3 games. But overall, I was pretty happy with the performance of the team. We had our freshman goalie playing. He played all 3 games, and he did very well. I was pretty happy with how he did. And some of the other younger players played as well. So overall, I liked what we did down there. I'm just hoping that now that we go into the season that we can just kind of ramp it up a little bit more and kind of get a little more continuity on the ice. December, we go back to Madison again. There's another tournament, the 3-day tournament that we play down there between Christmas and New Year's. So we'll be taking the whole team down for that one. That'll be a JV varsity tournament. And we've gone every year that I've been the head coach, and I think we've gone prior to that as well. It's a fun tournament.
Great team building.
It is.
Yeah.
We stay over, so we have some good team interaction. We have some meals and things like that, and the players get to spend time together, not just on the ice, but at the hotel and everything. So that's always good. And then we're also planning on playing a 2-game road trip in January as well, up in the Tomahawk area.
Cool. What are your thoughts on this 2-division playoff format in high school football and then WIA football and hockey? So
right.
We're still in football season, but
transferring
over.
Well, as you're probably aware, we picked up another team in our conference last year. They had brought it to the conference, and Shauna was voted into our Badgerland conference. So now we're back to 8 teams. So in terms of the 2-division playoff format, I would be in favor of that. Basically, I don't know how they would do it, but if I had it my way, I would take the 4 best teams out of the regular season play, and then the other 4 teams make 2 divisions, and then have those teams play, and then the final 2 teams play for the championship or conference championship. So,
now the tough question. Prediction overall record this year? High hopes. I know they're there.
I'm not saying. I'd love to say that we'll go undefeated. I don't think that's going to happen. But no, I'm optimistic. I always am optimistic. And quite honestly, and we have said this. The coaching staff has said this over the last couple of years. And quite frankly, if the players go out there, they leave it all on the ice. Okay, they do everything we ask them to do.
Right.
Win or lose, it doesn't matter. They did well. They won in our minds. So I would like to improve on 6-11 record. We're going to play 24 games this year, so it'd be nice to walk away with over 12 games in the win column. But who knows? Anything can happen. It's hockey, so I'm kind of hesitant to predict how we'll do. But if they do what we ask them to do, they put 110% effort, win or lose, I'm happy.
You got it. Coach, thank you very much
Thanks.
for your time.
Appreciate
Have
it,
a great
Dan.
season and good luck.
All right, thanks.
My name is Winston Knobloch. I'm a junior at Winneconne High School, and I'm a forward.
My name is Oliver Rylance. I'm a senior. I go to Lourdes, and I'm a goalie.
My name is Michael Lamore. I'm a senior at Lourdes Academy, and I play defense.
My name is Marshall Cook. I am a senior at Lourdes Academy, and I play forward.
My name is Matthew Shepard. I'm a freshman at Oshkosh North, and I play a wing.
Hi, I'm Braden Voskil. I'm a sophomore at Oshkosh West High School, and I play forward.
My name's Jack. I'm a sophomore. I go to Oshkosh West and I play wing.
My name is Armani Fisher. I'm a freshman. I go to Lourdes and I play forward, defenseman, whatever I need to play.
My name is Owen Moran. I'm a sophomore at West High School and I play defense.
My name is Caleb Winter. I'm a junior. I go to Oshkosh West High School and I play center.
Wilver Stagen, senior, Oshkosh North High School, defenseman.
Mason Monin, freshman, Oshkosh West. I play defense.
Evan Pollock, freshman, Oshkosh West, defense.
Nolan Thurn, freshman, Oshkosh West, defense.
Caleb Kohler, freshman. I go to West and I play wing.
Hello, my name is Gavin. I am at Oshkosh North. I am a freshman and I play wing.
Alex Beck, Oshkosh West High School, sophomore and a defenseman.
Alex Burris, senior year, Oshkosh West High School, defense.
Landon Brown, junior, Oshkosh West, wing.
Evan Neitzel, sophomore, Oshkosh West, center.
Dean Kaburski. I am a junior at Oshkosh North High School, and I play defense.
Leo Ulrich. I am a sophomore at Oshkosh West, and I play defense.
Carson Kurtz, junior, Winneconne High School, defense.
Gage Bauer. I'm a freshman at Oshkosh West, and I play goalie.
My name is Kevin Lynch. I'm a junior at Oshkosh North, and I play wing.
Garrett Lamore, junior, Lourdes Academy, forward.
Ethan Hootie. I'm a senior. I go to Oshkosh West, and I'm a center.
My name's Isaiah Keppen. I'm a sophomore. I go to Oshkosh West High School, and I play forward.
We are going to continue on with some of our senior introductions and two guys that are going to play their final year here at the Ice Hawks. One, I want to introduce Oliver Rylance. He is a brand new player to the Ice Hawks team. He comes fresh in from Sweden, and he's going to bring a tremendous amount of talent to our team at goalie. And we have Alex Burris, senior at Oshkosh West. So welcome, both you guys. It's going to be one heck of a year, right?
Yes.
So, Alex, I got a question for you. You've gone up through the years with the Oshkosh Warbirds ever since 5th, 4th grade, somewhere in there, and all the way through. Do you feel that it's key for the players to begin at that young age with the Warbirds, come up through the program into the Ice Hawks to develop that talent? Or do you think that maybe that they can sneak in freshman year, develop the talents in high school, and play well with the varsity?
I personally think that starting at that younger age is honestly key for developing those skills. Honestly, I think it's also great for building more of a family between the team members, knowing them, playing with them for 9-10 years now, instead of hopping in your freshman year and just hoping you're going to get it right away.
The majority of the seniors that are come up through the Ice Hawks, you've played ever since 4th and 5th grade with these guys, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing too. Oliver, again, welcome to the U.S., welcome to the Ice Hawks. Mm-hmm. Being a Lourdes student, tell us a little bit on your acclimation to the school. Do you like it? Do you like your classmates? How's the football season going from the outside in? Mm-hmm. And again, about to strap on those skates here in a couple weeks, and away we go. So again, just kind of give us a look at on the introduction to the U.S. and how's everything going so far?
Well, it's been a heck of a journey. Arrived first on my grandparents, got used to America, then introduced to Lourdes, got welcomed by everybody. I have made some friends. I football season is going. Was going well, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to a awesome season. Yeah,
that's awesome. You can see you got the red, you got the Ice Hawks.
Oh yeah,
gear on. It's got to be a little different from your favorite colors. Got to be blue and yellow. How do you like wearing the red?
Actually, red is my team back in Sweden, my elite team. So
Sweet.
it's perfect.
Not much of a transition.
Exactly.
Got right into it. Alex, tell us about, you're a little bit of an entertainer out on the ice and in the locker room, and you like to get the guys going. What's your thoughts on talking to North, talking to Lourdes, talking to West, and either how do we get these student bodies to the game? How do we get bands? We get the bands to come to the game. Maybe they do some national anthems. Maybe we get the pep band there to play some stuff. Do you agree with that, number one? And then how do we go about doing that? Can you do some talking inside these schools, talk to your teammates to help recruit, fans in the stands? We're a little short on it. We need a more powerful base out in that stands drive. Every time I see a big crowd, the playability of you guys goes up through the roof and the hits keep getting harder and harder. So you're the entertainer, you're the recruiter. How do we get this thing going?
Honestly, yeah, getting more of the student body at our games would be great, because the moment they start going, it gets us riled up in where we sit, and then once we're on the ice, we just keep going. Honestly, I think talking to some of the bigger people at the school, like the principals, vice principals, deans, seeing what they can do, see if they can schedule some of the pep bands to come in.
Awesome. I absolutely agree with you. Staying on the same topic of entertainment, I know in past years you brought that boombox. And working at Taco Bell all summer long, that boombox has got to get bigger. Maybe you can donate to the Alex Burris Fund and self-fund a bigger boombox for louder music.
I have gotten a bigger boombox.
We're going to make that happen. Sweet. Can't wait. All right, Oliver, back to you. Being a goalie, coming from an international over to the U.S., what do you like to see in your defensemen? One of them sitting right next to you right now. So what aspects of the game, what do they need to bring to you to make being a goalie a success?
Well, I want the defense to fight for me, fight for the puck in front of the net. If I've saved a puck and I can't get to the next save, you guys gotta get rid of the puck any means possible and try to just stop them as much as possible, and then I'm happy. Yeah.
You guys, I appreciate your time. Have a safe and successful year, and the best of luck to both of you. Thank you very much.
Yep. Thank you, sir.
And we'll be back with 2 more of the Ice Hawks. Stay tuned. And we are going to continue our player segment with 2 more of our departing seniors. Marshall Cook of Lourdes High School and Michael Amore of Lourdes High School. You guys, welcome and thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Couple questions for you. Marshall, give us a recap of last year. You had a fantastic year. What do you think of the season overall? Did it go good, go bad? I asked the coach the same question. I'm just looking for a player response, kind of alluding to the same.
I mean, of course, there's no such thing as a perfect season. I mean, even if you go undefeated, you still give up goals and everything like that. So, I mean, with our season last year, I think that we improved a lot, and we have a lot to, improve upon. We have a lot of young players, like a lot of sophomores in that sophomore class that are going to be coming back this year, that are going to be able to grow and help us grow a lot as a team and get some more wins.
Michael, what part of the game you think needs the most help? Is it passing, or well, don't be negative, good or bad? Passing, different lines, physicalness on hitting guys on the boards. Do we take care of these guys early, or do we do the finesse game around, or maybe a combination of both?
Well, I think as a team, we need to be more physical, have better communication. I know we've struggled with both of those in the past. So yeah, as long as we can be physical and just have better talking on and off the ice, I think that'll be good for us.
Good. Marshall, with the younger players coming up through the JV ranks and new freshmen, and your outlook at it, I know you guys look at it, I know you guys are on any of the social networks and know who's coming up through the ranks. What's your feeling on the new guys coming up through the ranks from freshmen on? You see some good talent in there?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the new guys are going to have opportunities. I mean, especially if they work hard to make an impact on this year's varsity team. And I mean, obviously, Oliver, incoming senior, he's going to make a huge impact because, I mean, without him, we would be starting a freshman goalie, and I mean that's not ideal in any situation. I mean, because goalies, I mean, every player needs a chance to develop from freshman year. I mean, like, I've seen players develop from freshman year. I mean, I've seen our class and every class, everybody develops. So I mean, allowing players to develop from that younger age is a great thing.
Speaking of development and younger players, you come from a family of like 23. Is there any little ones coming up that we can look forward to in the future?
I'm not actually sure. I don't think any of my brothers are playing hockey yet.
Huh. All right, Michael, last one.
All right.
Your outlook for this year. Is there easy prey, easy pickings that we can pick off that we think we can handle? And who's the big watch-outs? Is it Springs again, or who is it this year that you think is the big watch-out?
I'm honestly not really sure.
You're still involved in the football season, and your whole mind's towards that. Both of you guys are still playing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good for you. Michael, there's one last thing for you. Are you bringing the new jersey to get altered? Because I think you need that cut, just like your homecoming shirt, unbuttoned, a little chest hair stick out, and with a gold chain on the ice. Are you going to have one of these jerseys adjusted to kind of show that?
I didn't think about that, but that's actually a great idea. It was hot on the dance floor, and it gets hot on the ice too. So
that's a great comment, man. Both you guys, thank you so much for showing up tonight, and appreciate it, and good luck in the season up ahead.
Thank you.
You got it. And we'll have the final two coming up after this break. going to continue with our player segment. We have our two final seniors here, Will Verstegen of Oshkosh North and Ethan Hoodie of Oshkosh West. How you guys doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Great. Coming right after football practice and into the TV studio for us. Appreciate it. Will, give us your thoughts on a multi-sport athlete, and are you guys better prepared coming into the hockey season?
Yeah, I'd say so. Well, with football, we had training all summer. I stayed in the gym and, not so much on the ice, but just with preparing, and just staying active, I think it, gets you more ready for the hockey season.
Kind of build up that cardiovascular, running all over the field and hitting the weights all summer long. I mean, as far as hockey goes, they're not much of a weight program, but football, and I guarantee it's the same at West, that you guys are hitting the weights almost year round.
Oh, yeah.
And actually probably taking a little bit hit from the football team, hopping over to hockey and not going straight through.
Yep.
Ethan, same question. What do you think about the multi-sport athlete going on?
I guarantee you I'm in better condition than I normally was, especially last year, because with no football or anything. And, I mean, I don't really know. I just feel like I'm more conditioned. I'll be more ready. I probably won't be as good on the ice, like skating-wise, the first week or two, but I'll definitely be in better condition and be more mentally prepared.
That's a great segue, by the way. That Ethan Hoodie, the question we got asked from the public was, who do you feel is one of the best players on the team, or if not the best player on the team?
Oh, God. Well, since I can't be biased, I'm going to go with Will because he's sitting next to me, Can't be that guy and say someone else. Well, he's right here, so I'm going to go with Will.
Thank you.
That was a good question because the number one answer on that was he was going to name himself as the best player.
No, I can't do that. It's too selfish. Not like that.
But good answer. But both you guys had fantastic years last year. We were looking forward to awesome years this year. You guys can both skate. You can both hit the puck. Both leaders out on the ice. So I'm looking forward to great things. I know I'm going to get great things out of both of you guys, so I'm looking forward to that season. On the same hand, we need to keep you out of the box. I remember back in the day that you like to crank call people and call the wrong number. So not only do we have to keep you out of that box, but we have to keep you out of trouble off the ice.
Yeah.
Can we get a promise out of you for that one for the season?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, No random phone calls, but yeah.
Sure, no guarantees, though.
Right. No kidding. Great guy, great on the ice, great off the ice, just a great all-around person, so we're just kind of picking on you. Moving on, recap from last year. Will, how do you think we did? How do you think we ended up? What's some spotlights for this year that you can put your eyes on and say, hey, these are some great things that we can look forward to this year?
I mean, last year we certainly had a lot of challenges with COVID. I mean, with players being out, sometimes we'd be down 2-3 kids, and especially there's a couple weeks where William was out. But I think this year with Oliver coming in, he was a real blessing. Mm-hmm. And I think just with hopefully less challenges with COVID, we'll be more prepared for games and, just overall do better, hopefully. But we'll have to, we'll have to see how things go, though.
Ethan, same question.
Pretty much same thing. COVID took a big toll. I did end up getting COVID, was out for like 7 games, so I missed quite a bit, and it sucked. But, I'm just ready for this year and to hopefully have a normal year, knock on wood, but go along, see how it plays.
And we couldn't be remiss if we didn't mention AKA the Flying Tomato with his long curly hair. A couple questions about that. Are you building up that for extra cushion to some of those hits against the glass that you can alleviate some of the hit on the glass, or?
I'm sure it'll help a little bit.
Are you gonna go with the man bun, or are you gonna keep it kind of the play?
I'm gonna keep it flowing. keep it flowing.
It is one of the ugliest hairstyles I have seen.
Oh, wow. Okay,
I think he looks pretty good.
Maybe if it wasn't so tomato-ish, he would look better, but the curl does. I permed it up a little bit.
If he keeps it fluffy and not in that man bun, when we're going to be doing all right.
Permed it up. I heard he does get a lot of ladies with it, so I mean,
it's probably true.
It's pretty nice there.
So you're going to keep it for the season. That's the last question. You're not going to cut it.
Yep.
So it's going to be playoff length in March.
Might be.
Sucker might be pretty long on you, man.
Yeah. So I've been growing out for a while, but maybe a trim here or there just to keep it looking good.
All right, man. Well, both you guys, thanks so much for stopping in after practice, and wish you the best season this year. I'm looking forward to great things, and I know you two are going to be a huge part to make that happen, so I appreciate it a lot. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
And next we'll bring on the Booster Club to find out how we are going to finance this wonderful team.
Here come the Hawks, the Oshkosh Ice Hawks. They check and forecheck because they're Ice Hawks. YMCA now, yeah, they're skating fast. Let's go Ice Hawks, you talk the talk and back it up. You walk the walk. Here come the Hawk, 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 here come the Hawk. They are shaking in their skate every time the punches drop. And they know that both your offense and your defense can't be stopped. Ice Hawk breakaway. The 2-on-1 is set. A backhand pass. It's in the net. Here come the Hawk, 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 here come the Hawk.
I'd like to begin our segment on the Ice Hawk Booster Club. Like a lot of you guys know, it takes an army to produce this team and put them on the ice, as well as a financial strain that's pretty high. So we need a lot of help to gather the money to put this team onto the ice. The Booster Club doesn't do things like setting John Thompson up with a multi-million-dollar contract or recruiting players out of the Warbirds to come play for the Ice Hawks. It produces the dollars to put the team that currently on the ice in revenues that these ladies will explain to you in a little bit. So we're fortunate enough to have two of the leaders, Lisa Jorgensen, the president of the Booster Club, and Chris Cuttle, the vice president of the Booster Club. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
We have just a few questions, and I think it'll add some clarity to some unknowns. Booster Club's kind of a vague term, and it's kind of all over the board, and I think we have some great questions that will answer a lot of people's questions and aim them in the right direction on what you guys actually do to produce an awesome product and put this great team on the ice. So, Chris, first question, explain to us a little bit what the Booster Club does.
Well, like you said, our primary responsibility is fundraising and providing funds for the team. We also do things like take care of getting dinners for the boys. A lot of them are coming right from school on the bus, so we provide sub sandwiches, chips, and things like that for all the away games. But overall, it's to raise money so we can keep the parents' costs down.
Agreed, and I couldn't appreciate more the meals and the logistics that go behind that. To have the meals on the bus ready, kids are choosing what they want, different toppings on the Subway sandwiches, and it's always right. So kudos to you guys, it's awesome, and thanks so much for what you guys do, and I'm probably going to say that a number of times again. Lisa, one of the questions out there is the hockey team. Our hockey team's a co-op. Lots of them are teams that we play, teams, not co-ops, from different segments of the valley here, going Fox Valley up to Green Bay. Our teams, we're a co-op. Can you explain more what a co-op is?
Sure. I'm not going to lie, I have a little cheat sheet here because I didn't want to get it wrong. Just to give a little history, in 2007, the Oshkosh Area School District Board of Education approved the sanctioning of a self-funded co-op WIAA hockey team. So what that means is we didn't have enough kids to field one team, so we had to pull from several different schools in the area. So it's grown and lessened throughout the years, but our current co-op includes Berlin, Green Lake, Laconia, Lourdes Academy, Amaro, Oshkosh North, Oshkosh West, and Ripon, and Winneconne, if I didn't say Winneconne. While we don't have players currently from all of those teams, we have them from the majority, but they need to be part of the co-op at the beginning of the year in case a student would come in, move to the area in one of those other schools. They have to be part of our co-op in order to play for our co-op team.
Got it. Chris, why are we required, and I know it, why are we required to raise so much money to put this team on the ice? I mean, obviously, I'll just cut to the chase a little bit. Obviously, we know about ice time. We know about practices. Again, you can allude on some of these dollars. I get it, to put these teams, my kid's a junior, on the buses every weekend, tournaments and that type of thing. Explain a little more in detail on that, on the dollar values connected behind some of this.
Yeah, like Lisa and I think yourself said, that we are self-funded, which means that the families of our players have to basically pay for all the typical costs of the season, which you're looking at about $45,000 for the year. And some of those expenses are, like you said, the ice fees for practice and games. We also have the transportation costs to get the team to the games with the buses. Hopefully we have buses this year. I hear there's a problem with busing, yeah. Tournament fee entries is also included in that. Uniforms, I know last year we replaced some uniforms, and that's another huge cost. We have to pay for the assistant coaches, their salaries, and other operating expenses that we may occur throughout the year.
Lisa, can you explain some of the philanthropy things or some of the fundraising events that the boosters do? That, I mean, obviously, I think I'll allude to one is the great golf outing that we had this summer that I thought was a blast, as well as the purse auction that I know went very well. Just to cut away and give you a...
Yep. So I'm very excited about the start of this year. So when we're fundraising, the funds we're raising this year actually go towards next year's fees. So whatever we do this year reduces our fees for next year. So sometimes people don't understand that that's where fiscally where we're at. So the monies from this will go to the 22-23 season. So far we've had a extremely successful golf outing at Farview in June. It's been an annual event that they've done for years. Of course, except for the 2020, got stolen from us. But from what we've seen, we had a record-breaking income for that event this year. So we raised $4,800. That's our net. So we grossed about a little over $6,000, I think, after we paid for whatever costs we had to. Another one that we've already completed this year, Coach Thompson, he plays hockey too, so he got some of his old gentlemen together. They had a little game at the Oshkosh YMCA, and they were super generous. We ended up earning $1,200 from that event alone, and that was just from the players that came. He asked them all to have a couple guests come with them. We did 50-50 raffles, and then of course the parents had they always volunteer for every game to run the boxes and the clock, the music, and things like that. So then upcoming, we've had some good luck with the quick trip car wash cards. There are 5 car washes for $36. It's a $50 value. So we typically do that around the Thanksgiving holiday, just so it's easier for people with families, get family gatherings. They can ask families to support in that way. This year we're going to add Vandewall's chocolate bars. Some of the people don't like selling the quick trip cards, so we're hoping to have that be a little bit of a balance for those that don't like the quick trip cards, maybe that they'll give us some little extra selling those chocolates. And then yes, our second annual designer purse raffle is coming up. We have a tentative date of February 26th. We're just looking for a venue because in the first year we outgrew the first venue. We had our now treasurer brought this idea to us. We took it and ran with it last year, and it was a huge success. It was probably the most fun fundraiser we have done in all my years through Warbirds and Ice Hawks. So looking forward to that again. I've already had some people call me from that event that attended and asking when the next one is going to be. Awesome. So that's super cool. And then finally, we have a web-based fundraiser this year that's going to run all year long, and it will be on this recording, on this TV show, with a QR code. And that's just if you are into hockey, if you're into supporting the community, if you can donate money, we would very much appreciate it. Anything, any little bit helps. So it's a costly sport. So
again, I appreciate all the events that we have. I think there's a lot of new ones that are going to be, encouraging for people to attend. They're a little bit different, a little bit, purse parties from golf outings, selling candy bars. The diversity is there to gather the funds to put this team on the rink, and appreciate everything you do. You guys, if I can't say one thing enough tonight, is the encouragement to attend those fundraisers, and it benefits the team tremendously. Without the money that they gain from these events, it'd be hard to even put the team on the ice. Another, which is a great segue into final question over to Chris, is the admission to the games. The admission to the games is one thing. Getting people to the stands is the number one thing. And I can't encourage you more to come out and see these games. They are a blast to see and fun. The music plays, the student bodies are there, and it's just a blast. It's a family event. It is not upper age or small kids. We encourage everybody to come, and it's a great contact sport. So, Chris, can you give us a little heads up on cost of the game?
Yeah, again, the nice thing about our admissions is all of that goes to the Ice Hawks, so it's kind of like another fundraising aspect of ours. But adults are $5. Children under the age of 12. Our 3 students from the area high schools are free with their ID, and senior citizens are also free. So come on out and support. We'd like to have the kids there. I think one of the boys even said in their thing that if there's students there, they get more fired up, and it gives them a little bit more on the ice, energy and excitement on the ice.
Totally agree. Is there any special events that are attached to home games or away games?
Yeah, we have 3 or 4 of them this year. We're going to have a senior night that will talk about our seniors, give them a little bit of a special spotlight. I know we did it in the show here tonight, but it gives everybody on the ice, a way to say thanks and, congratulations to our seniors. We're also going to hold a youth night. We'll have an alumni night, and then we're going to have an educator night. And the educator night is where these players will get to invite somebody from their school, whether it's a principal, a teacher, administrative, some type of educator that's made an impact in their life. Awesome. In the last, in their life, and we'll recognize those at that. Those we will have posted on our Facebook page, and I think there's going to be an attachment onto this show also that will have the dates and everything for those.
And the dates for all these events, are they going to be on?
Yep, that'll be on the ad as well.
Perfect.
And one other thing that we're trying to do this year is we're going to reach out to the high schools, to the band and choir directors, see if we could maybe get a student to come sing the national anthem, maybe some pep bands there, try and get the community more involved.
Awesome. Ladies, thank you so much for coming around tonight. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the work on season, off season that you guys do to produce the funds. Again, that without you guys, we couldn't put the team on the ice. So appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In closing, I want to thank everyone for joining us and wish nothing but success and an injury-free year. But most of all, I want to encourage everyone to get out to the rink and watch some high-impact hockey. You will not be disappointed. Until the next time, I'll see you at the rink, and let's go Hawks.